I finished hypnosis training, so I got a certificate about 2 weeks ago, I think. So
Dude,
I started with the practice for now, just the free practice on my relatives, but you know, in some time I'm planning to offer it to the market.
let's
So
go. That's massive, bro. Yeah, that's a huge skill set. I know a couple of folks who do that for a living, and it's powerful work, man. So congrats. We'll get into some things, but
yeah,
Sahava, what
thank you.
about for you? What are some wins or something worth celebrating?
Yeah, I think I got my first sign up for my retreat in August, which feels really great.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
So I'm just completing my like I'm just about to finish my checkout page because I
Oh
didn't have
yeah.
that set up yet. I was like, I'll set it up when I have someone interested. But it's
Ah
been a
yes.
day, so
I
it's
love it.
really yeah. So I'm just finishing the checkout page, which just feels really good.
Congratulations. That's big. I know you've been working on it and it's obviously a passion project and you're looking to serve. So I love hearing that. And then Vesna, what about for you? What's new? What's a win?
Hi, yeah, for me, what is new is that I got a person who will test with me the Heart Hero program, so the program for the single man, so
Nice.
which is good. And then also got some information about how it's going, how are the things in Switzerland. So I know for one organization, but they mostly do sports programs. But I plan to contact them for this children's workshop during the holidays.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm working on that now.
Let's go. See, there we go. A lot of momentum, a lot of wins, and I love to hear that. So what we'll do is we'll go around in a circle and share any sort of challenges, things that we're working on. But also because we kind of had to, I don't want to say skim through the process, but rush through the stack, right? Those 8 questions. Let's revisit that. Why? I just got off a conversation, a sales call, really. The gentleman, he imagine he's like a corporate like director, serious guy, and what happened by going through that stack, he ends the call like in tears. Like he was like his breakthroughs were, he's like, I don't think I've ever had a conversation like this ever. And I'm like, what the heck, like what's going on? And I'm telling you, when you follow this sequence, I'm not saying everybody's gonna cry and be like, breakthroughs are massive, but at the very least, people are gonna say, thank you for the insights and the breakthroughs. And all you're doing is asking questions and holding the space for them to be clear on, the whole stack is what do you want? Why do you want it? Why do you want it now? Right? Who do you want to become? That was a big piece that really got him to think about who am I becoming? Who do you want to become when you attend the retreat? Right? Who do you want to become? And then getting into, yeah, because it sounds like you're not the type of person who's willing to settle. Of course not. And why not? When he told me that, he said, you know what? I never really thought about this, but the reason why I'm not the type of person to settle was because in school, I was the shortest. I was the one that got picked last. I was the one that just people didn't really believe in. Oh, what's the last piece? Well, one of the last pieces is, so then what would be the consequence if you let that other side of you run the show? The side of you that isn't hungry, that isn't like on top of it, that plays small. That's when he just started like tearing up. He's like, "Yo, that's big." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, like what's coming up for you?" He's like, "Honestly, I didn't even realize like you're a stranger, dude. I never even would have thought like I would have opened up so much." And I told him, "All we're doing here, man, is clarity." Right? So Sahava, Investment, and Lucy, welcome, and John, like all we're doing on these calls is providing a space for them to get clarity. And, and then the last question I ask is, well, then what do you need to become? this person so that you can avoid that thing you don't want. Now, if my product is dog shit, if I can just curse for a second, it doesn't matter the breakthroughs, right? He's gonna be like, yo, that's not even what I need. Like, thanks for the call though. All right. So that's why even if this process is what it is powerful, it's still um hinges on like you have to really provide an excellent service, which all of you do. I know that you do. So Lucy, we'll go to you here for a second. We're just covering the stack there and all that stuff, but what's a win for you? I mean, I know from the chat, but if you can share with the crew, what's a win for you or what's something worth celebrating?
Yes. Okay. So I did close someone last week and she paid in full on
Let's
Friday.
go.
So that was a win. And then I had my master class at the end of my free challenge, my 5-day challenge last week. And I ended up with 11 calls booked from it. And only
Mm,
like 13 people showed up to that master class.
wow.
So it was, a couple of them were after the fact with the replay, but the majority of them were there. So they're not all qualified. So
Yes, yes,
it is not like I'm going to get a chance at all these sales.
yes.
But it was, Luis and I had created that slide deck together
Mm,
and we had created the offer together. And
yes.
so I think it was really powerful. So I
Yeah.
think it did good.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for you. Congrats, obviously, with the close once again, and
Yeah, thank you.
the workshop and the conversion. So let's do a round here and get into now the challenges. What are some things you're working on, still working on? Have questions around sales, influence, leadership, closing, handling objections. For you, John, and then we'll do the same, John, Sahava, Vesna, and then Lucy. What's something you're working on, brother, that we can support you in?
Okay, so um, I'm starting first, uh, if I understood correctly.
Yes.
Okay, uh, right now I'm working on mental coach certificate, which I will later also sell
Mm,
for that company. Uh, um, I think this will be a great opportunity for me because I will be surrounded by people that came much further than I did in
yes.
my life. So it's a big opportunity to grow. Uh, Plus, I will offer, like you said, some. It won't be a dog shit product, but I I, I believe it's quite an amazing
I
product
love that, man.
for our market. Yeah, it may help a lot of people. So,
It will. Yes, it will help a lot of people. So what do you need help with or what questions might you have at this point, if any?
well, I haven't started selling it yet. So right now I'm practicing. I'm practicing handling objections. Uh, I also did some selling course that
Hmm.
my future boss sent me. So
Okay.
right now I'm practicing with AI,
Oh, yes.
just telling him, give me an objection and I will try to break it. And
Yes.
it's it's really amazing what technology offers you.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. It's powerful. It's a starting place for sure. I use it all the time and it's like, it's crazy how fast, things have changed, right?
yeah,
But yeah,
yes,
it's learning how to take that and the way I view it is like those are the training wheels, right? Like you're on the bike, you're riding it, but then you're still uh you still don't really know what's really going on usually. So yeah, man. I mean, what I'll share with you as maybe a bit of guidance and advice is to use different models. Because what do you use? Probably like Chat GPT.
right now for that training, Claude.
Claude, okay. Yeah, so
Yeah,
then use other models, Chat GPT. I think there's like Perplexity, there's Gemini, right? There's a ton of them. And then
yeah,
just see the differences. right? That's a starting place is get different flavors of that. And also a big thing as well is when you can listen to your own sales call wins, like if you have any sort of calls that you closed deals, listen to those and look for patterns, right? Like
Okay.
what was my energy like? What metaphors did I use? Um, was I talking a lot or was I listening? Like, what are some of the patterns in this call that you're
Yeah.
reviewing that's gonna show you, hey, you're really good at this, this, and this, and this. Obviously, you don't want to just listen to one call. That's why, if possible, listen to multiple, 10 calls, 20 calls. I personally, since 2022, have been collecting these calls. So I have literally like hundreds of calls that I can just listen to. Maybe I'm doing some work, I'm listening to them, and it's like I can hear the tonality, I can hear the energy, I can hear the passion, the enthusiasm when I'm pitching, when I'm sharing. But also, I listened to the calls where I didn't close a deal. I was slow, I was aggravated, I was frustrated, I was, making assumptions. I wasn't asking the questions that I should have asked. So AI is amazing, and take your live real calls and listen to them and then look for patterns. Can you dump the transcript into AI and say, "Hey, analyze this, what's good?" Yeah, you can. But there's something about listening to yourself and having a certain level of self-awareness, self-love, and self-acceptance. Be like, I'm really good at this. I'm not good at this. And then you work on that. Okay?
That's an amazing advice. Thank you.
Fantastic, brother.
Okay.
Well, thank you for being here. Now we'll go with Sahava. I know you're working on the checkout page, but what questions might you have?
Um, yes, I think it was good to have a call yesterday and then be
Mm,
talking with you today. Because the
nice.
call was a very like hot lead. She came to my
Mm,
home
oh,
already and came to a free event at my home and then what had a specific issue that she wanted to work with. And then we had a follow-up call that was for free. And then she's like, the retreat's perfect. So
mm,
it's like the ideal, like,
yes,
which is like, I don't, like, it'd be great if that happened 10 more times,
I know.
um, but yeah, it's more that now I'm going to try and continue having these one-on-one calls, or I'm reaching out to people who've been interested in the past and voice notes. And I'm just wondering if there's any flash advice of like, how do I, right now I've sent like so many WhatsApp messages. Like I have groups and groups of WhatsApp.
Yes.
So I could reach like 10,000 people
Oh,
without
wow.
being like just from my phone in like less than a minute, just copy pasting in WhatsApp
Mm,
groups, right? So I could do that. And then I also am curating a newsletter now to like officially launch it.
nice.
And then, yeah, so there's a lot there of just like wanting to, is the call to action when I do these things to book a call with me? Or is it to look at
Mm,
the landing page? And then in the landing page, I made the call to action to apply now.
okay. Mm,
And then in the FAQ, how can I reach Sahava? And then there's a way to reach me.
mm,
But mm, right now, I just like, yeah, the landing page is essentially where you could just apply now, and then I have all the information from them that I would need. Um, but I don't know if people are going to take the time to apply without speaking to me first. I mean, I
mm,
didn't assume that they would pay without speaking to me first, but some people would. But if they're ready to pay, that's
yeah.
great. But I need that information to make sure that it's a good fit.
Yeah, 100%.
Well,
So,
or maybe not. Like, should I just make it that anyone could pay without even talking or doing an application?
yeah, no, I hear you. Listen, I mean, in the best case scenario, why not, right? Like, hey, here
Yeah.
it is, like join. The challenge, and that's what I was gonna ask is, how, let me put it this way, how much influence do you have in these groups? Like, how much do they know about you, and what sort of weight do you carry, or is it you're just a member and things like that?
People just know me as the Rose women's health, like menstrual woman, because they see me post for like the last few years. So
Okay.
people recognize my name at this point, and then it's also people that I've met in the community. So there's friends in the group and
Okay.
different. But it's more, I guess, really when I'm talking now, my main question, I know
Yeah.
it's with all that, is the onboarding process. Maybe that would be the
Okay.
most helpful right now because that's like finalized. Like the landing page is to apply now, and they have
Mm.
no way to pay or to do that. It's just like application. But yeah, because I want it to be curated. I want to know who's doing it, and I also want to know that they're committed to being part of it, but
Mm.
I could also make a payment link. Now I made the page, so I could make it available. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
like pay and then do
But I
the
guess like
application or
yeah. So usually the sequence is top of funnel, bottom of funnel is where you collect, right? So top of funnel it's the blast, right?
yeah.
Like, hey, and again, that's why it just really depends on who you are in the community to know how do you position it. But usually it's going to be an invitation. Hey, I want to invite you to this,
Yeah.
this, and this. Here it is. Take a look. Very just like here it is. Take a look. I invite you. That should lead to the website. That website should give them information, and then it should say like, book a. Here's where you would frame it. Book yeah, no, I don't know what you would call it. Like,
Be a discovery call. Like it could be a free call or like that's the
yeah,
thing. There's three options. One is pay, commit. One's apply now, and one
hmm
is like schedule a call to meet Zahaba. But
yeah,
I made the whole landing page apply now because I
that's
thought
right.
maybe one call to action would be, and then I have their information, and straight from there they get a follow-up automated email saying that I'm going to reach out within 48 hours.
Yeah,
And then I reach out and be like, if like thank you so much for the application, you're in, like you're would be beautiful
mm,
to have, I have all the information of why they want to come,
yeah,
and then um if you want to book a call you can here, and here's a link to submit payment, and so they
hmm
have, and then
How much is the thing?
it's so for a shared room it's 2200,
Okay,
for a private room it's 2700, and then there's the option to add in a 3-month course afterwards that's 8888.
okay.
It's original.
So because it's a higher ticket, it's
Yeah.
not high ticket. It's like not under 1,000.
Mhm.
Do both. What I mean, apply now, and once they're done with the application, the thank you page should be book a call for us to go over how this might be a fit for you. However, if it turns out that this might not be aligned, I will let you know and cancel your call. So then that can also give you the freedom to kind of vet people. And again, I don't know kind of what you're looking for,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
if, the application is to vet people, then that gives you the freedom to be like, people are applying, I have their information, I'm gonna send the email sequences, and they book the call too. It's on the calendar. I can take the call, or I review their stuff, and if they're not a fit, I can tell them, hey, based on this, we're gonna cancel the call, but here's maybe a little gift.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm okay. So the automated follow-up email will have a call to action instead of wait. It'll be in the meantime, while I review the application, you're welcome to book a call
That's
now.
right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
100%.
happy to. Yeah, I'm happy. So in order to book a free call, they have to do the application. To
Absolutely.
me, I want to put ad spend and like get this out, and I don't want 20 discovery calls for application. Like, I mean, it'd be
Yeah,
amazing. It's like one hand, it's like great to have a full calendar of calls, but if
I
they're
know.
not aligned people, I don't
That's
really
right.
want to be on calls all day
And
without
that's
doing
why, yeah,
anything
that
for
application is
free.
very
Like,
important.
yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
okay, that's great. So I'll do that, and then the landing page for payment, like it's an optional call, and then I could send them the payment page, which is just a shopping cart,
Yeah,
Squarespace, and it has all the same. It looks really pretty, so everything looks like inviting,
I
um,
bet.
and okay. So I'll
Yes.
I'll add that one link. That's really great starting point for now for the onboarding process. And then
Okay,
the next
Tony.
is what I'm saying in the actual call, which we'll be
Yeah,
talking
we'll cover that
about.
here in a
Yeah.
second. And then we also have a call to this for a little bit further. But Vesna, what about for you? What are some of the things that you're working on, or what questions might you have?
For me, like the nail in the shoe now is, I think, the all the technical stuff. I need to start working on where to put the content so the people can, can, like, also with this first person for Heart Hero who will test it, so he can have a place where he can check it out. So I need to check out this and then prepare everything, like for the, like, design, texts and all these things. So this will be my this is on my to-do list, and kind of have to say, this is the part which is not the one I like the most. So yeah.
I know. I hear you. So let's talk about that. For you, what does it mean? What does it signify when you think about all of that? It means that you have to be bogged down with tech and stuff, or what does it mean?
It means it takes a lot of time to go through all the information to find the, let's already say, I need to, like that. I have videos, and now I need to find the things that I can use AI to change the background, to work on that to make it a bit better.
Uh-huh.
So this is first thing. So I don't know at all where to start. And then the next thing, where to start with the website. It's like already just these first steps are not defined. So I think this is the hardest part, to find these first steps where to go.
Okay, yes, because it feels what, a bit of overwhelming, confusing.
Quite both overwhelming, because if I think of all the things I started already before once to prepare with ClickFunnels. I wanted to do the funnel through their pro system, and then was
Mm,
already, and it's quite, everything is quite ready, right? You just need to put your informations, your
yes,
images, and so on. And it took me quite a long time, so I think I'm really slow.
I see.
So this is a bit, I feel slow, and
There
because
we
I'm
go.
slow, I'm running all the time behind the time. So I think this is the. Mm.
There we go. So when you take a step back, that's the challenge, right? Is that sometimes we have these labels, and then so I was asking a couple questions there. But so that's the challenge, right? Is that sometimes we have these labels of identity. I'm slow. I'm too slow. I'm not up to speed, right? So just for your own clarity, what do you need, right? And I'm kind of using the stack because that's really what you do for people. Is you provide them clarity. So let's go into the piece of like, because now we know what you want, right? You want to get that set up. Why? To build a business. We kind of assume those things. But for you, Vesna, like, who do you want to become? If you the person now is slow and whatever, I know that you love fun and creativity and impact. But so who do you need to become to be able to like break through that?
To be honest, this is the question that I'm asking myself for the last week now, because, also with the meditations and things, each time that you visualize who you are already there, and like, who is this person? How is this person? How is this? So I don't even know who I need to become. This is like I'm asking myself for the last week on this question.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
um,
great. So let's look at what you're dealing with, right? This person is what you said: slow, overwhelmed, confused. So what's the opposite of that?
uh, Completely clear with, and like owning the time.
Okay.
um, and clear, like all this clarity, just, but I also feel
Yeah,
that underneath that clarity will come also with just taking the first step, and then just
that's
looking
it.
to the small next step. So I think I just need to get to the
Okay.
first one, and then,
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah, because it seems like you get to become that entrepreneur and business owner who's very clear about what you want and the steps. So it would appear that you just need to kind of chunk things down, not the next 100 steps, but what are the next two steps? What's the first step, right?
Well,
So from my perspective, and also what I'm sensing now is like your energy, you're like pretty enthusiastic about it. You don't look confused or overwhelmed. You look like you're happy. You're energized at this notion of like we're gonna get it done, and I'm clear about what I want. So for you, right? What do you feel you need to become that entrepreneur, that coach who's clear and she's on top of it? What do you need?
I don't know, and maybe it's more confidence.
Okay.
And I'm also, to be honest, I'm expecting some confidence with the work that I will do also with this person who will test Heart Hero.
Okay.
Because from one side it's coming from there, but on the other side, sometimes I am in this people pleaser and not
Mm,
confident person. So I need to step really out of that one.
and there we go. So that's you. So then that's who you need to become. So you need to become a more confident what? Coach, entrepreneur. Or what are your words? I need to become a more what? Confident.
Yeah, this is also a question because I was like, what am I? Am I a coach? Am I what am I?
Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be?
um I don't know. I don't even want to have a word for who. I just want to love what I'm doing and enjoy what I'm doing and just create and then see the
A
thing coming
creator.
through. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and also what I really love is like you said, I love seeing people's breakthroughs.
That's
Also
right.
when you're with the children and then you see, and then the last time the director said, it's really great because the last time they were quite worried, and then we did your
Mm,
exercises and it was really great. So I think they're really happy with the program. So I'm happy for that. And now I'm expected to do the same, like really good things for
okay.
the Heart Hero program. Um,
So how do they view you? They view you as what? A teacher, an instructor, a facilitator, a
I think
professor,
it would be more educator because I don't even they don't call me Matres. They call me Vesna. Everybody calls me. They say my name is Vesna, so you can call me Vesna. And then sometimes they say Madam or Vesna, and then I come to the school and everybody says Hi Vesna. So it's just
yeah.
like my
There you
identity is
go.
Vesna.
So that could be it, right? Write it down. Is so you want clarity,
Mm,
confidence, to be an educator,
mm,
to give breakthroughs. So
yeah.
then that's what you need. You need to step into the part of you that, right? So then for you, then just reverse engineer it, and then we'll come back to you. But reverse engineer it, like who, when I am that side of me, the Vesna that's on top of it, she's clear, she's confident. What needs to be true? What needs to be in place? Maybe you go for a walk and play some music for like 10 minutes before you sit down and do tech. Maybe you meditate and like, just remember all the things you're grateful for. I don't know, right? Like from your perspective, what needs to happen for you to step into this side of you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll come right back.
Thank
And
you.
then Lucy, what about for you? What are some things that I know we got a session coming up, but in the meantime, what questions might you have?
Okay, so I was trying to formulate a question, but I'm not sure if I really did. But I will say that I've had 3 of the 11 calls so far, and 2 of them, it's not, the quality isn't really that great. But one of them did end up buying the low ticket membership.
Nice.
And so I kind of have 2 questions. Like one question, maybe we don't have to worry about that right now, but I felt horrible to sell her this, and she can't make any of the live calls. So I'm kind of like, she is not going to get results. They
Mm.
happen to be on days that she works. And I'm like, how is this gonna? It's like, so we did our onboarding call, and then I'm like, all right, so you're on your, I'm thinking in my head, like, you're on your own now. Like, there's no more meetings with me. Okay, that is just a side thing, and probably my own issues. But one of the issues that I had during the call, they did a full sales call with her. And I did the money question, the way it's written here. Um, have you ever invested more than like $1,000 into your journey, whatever? And she said, oh, no, she hadn't.
Mm.
And so I went to the next question. Okay, got it. So it sounds like if you did, or if you did, I guess what would would that put you in a tough position? I mean, I followed the way it's
Yes.
written, blah, blah, blah. And she said, yeah, we wouldn't be able to swing that. So then I was like, oh, well, I don't actually have instructions on what to do next. So
Okay.
I didn't know what to
What
do
did you
from
do?
there. Kind of moved on. I was like, oh, that makes sense, no problem. I think I moved on because I didn't know
Really?
what to do. And I was thinking in my
Well,
head, well, is that a smokescreen or is that real? I kind
how
of
did
think it
she
was
say
real,
it?
but
How did she say it? Like, was she serious or she was like, well, like,
she sounded pretty serious. Like
okay, so
I
hmm
think she didn't have the funds, but I'm only guessing, right?
that's
Like
right.
I'm only
So then
guessing.
that's the cue, right? It's like, um, the basic one is not basic, but it's fundamental, really. It's tell me more. It's like, oh,
Yes,
dang,
could have done that.
it's like, have you ever invested more than like 3,000 or 1,000 in yourself? No. Okay, gotcha. And I guess like how come? Well, I've never really had to or wanted to. Okay. And so just to be on the same page, I guess like if you did make an investment of that and more, would that put you in a tough position financially? Oh yeah, 100%. Versus like, well, I don't, not really. It depends.
It it was pretty convincing.
Yeah, there we go. So then it's like, oh yeah, it would. Oh, tell me more about that.
Okay.
What do you mean? Or that, what do you mean? How come? Really? 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 You're like, yeah, how come?
I gotta get
You know?
used to that.
And yeah, because then if you move on, you're what did she probably had a financial objection.
I didn't even give her the offer.
Oh, you didn't give her the offer. Okay.
No.
Yeah, so yeah, so in that case, when you ask how come or like tell me more, if they elaborate and say, oh yeah, because right now, I'm swimming in debt, but I have this huge um windfall because my grandfather left us a piece of his estate. It's like, oh shit, okay, like you know what I mean? Like you never know what's happening
Right.
until you like get in there. So it's like, okay, tell me more. Now, if it's probably like, yeah, like she's on SSI and like all these things, like, okay, well, listen, based on that's where you would go with it, based on where you're at. I think this wouldn't be a fit for you because, yeah, we're looking at a high level investment of, 3,000, 2,000, 2,500. So I can tell you more, but from my perspective, I don't think this would be the best route for you based on your situation. What does that do? Just from the sense of influence, if they're not telling the truth and if they do have pain and need and
Mm,
desire, they're gonna be like leaning in to be like, wait, like, what do you mean? Like, no, like, what? Like, tell me more. If they're being honest, they'll be like, yeah, okay, well, hey, sorry for wasting your time, and I gotta go.
okay. Okay. So I did have that thought of like, all right, well, I think she is actually telling the truth. I mean, I definitely could have gone into more and dug in a little bit more, but I was like, should I kind of just like get the call finished? So I decided to
Hmm.
go completely through the rest of the call
Okay,
as practice. Like I said
that's
to
good.
myself, like, even if she isn't qualified, I'm just going to keep going through it because I need to get these questions practiced more.
Yes.
So we went through it and I didn't even bother with the full offer. So I said, based on blah 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 blah. Um, my premium membership is, might be something that would help you. Well, I don't know what I said. And she did buy it. So um then the other thing that I had a hard time with was that I couldn't get her to really understand the consequences of her choices. I could see it.
Mm,
Like I knew what she was dealing with. I knew what her challenge was. And from my perspective, I was like, whoa, we have work to do. Like there are
mm.
things that we need to do in order to prevent all these bad things from happening. But she didn't really see that. And so I was kind of like, I
What did
kept
she say?
asking different questions. I think she was just kind of like, well, um, she just kept saying, well, I'd be disappointed in
Mm,
myself. But she didn't seem to like be that concerned about being disappointed with herself. I wanted to be like, no, actually, you're going to get chronic diseases and you're going to like be in the
yeah.
hospital. But, I wasn't going to do that. But she wasn't seeing it. She was just kind of like, well, I'd be disappointed.
What was the question that you asked?
I wish I knew. And I don't have a recording because the Zoom
Mm,
wasn't working for her. She couldn't handle that kind of technology.
I
And
gotcha.
so we were on the phone, but I think I hit my transcriber. So I think I might
Okay.
have a transcription of it.
Okay.
I forgot to, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I do. Yeah, I know I do.
So that's a great question. So it's really getting into asking the same type of question in a different approach because there's two things there. When they say I'd be disappointed, or more like, well, I'd be disappointed and kind of like that, like, yeah, because I guess like what would you miss out on if you're at a place where now you're dealing with not just the disappointment, but also this, and this. Like what would you be missing out on, Jenny?
And I feel like I was asking questions like kind of like
Mm,
that. And I feel like I was pulling teeth. Like she just couldn't really understand. Like I probably wasn't asking the question
I see.
well enough for her to understand. And so she was
Yeah.
just kind of like, oh, yeah, I don't know what I'd be missing out on. It
Okay.
wouldn't be,
Yeah. So then in that case, that's called sales resistance. So in that case, they're not being open and honest anymore because they feel that there's something there, right? Like they feel like you're trying to get her. Like for example, I had a guy tell me, um, a very high level guy who's his business does like 2.5 million or whatever, and I was like, yeah, so I guess like who do you want to become? This, then, there. Yeah, and what happens if you don't do that though? He's like, yeah, I get what you're doing. You're trying to bring up emotional like pain,
oh,
and yeah, man, like
geez.
there's nothing there. And I go, well, not necessarily because like I said, the biggest thing here is clarity. I don't know you, man, and the reason why I'm asking is because a lot of times we don't sit down to think about these things, isn't it? Like we don't actively think about, the consequences of our actions. Usually we just focus on all the positive things. So, just for clarity's sake, like tell me more about who you are. Like as a man, like what are you about? What would you miss out on? What is important for you? And then he just like, yeah, you know what? I overcame addiction, alcoholism, like everything. And it's like, oh shit, okay. So a lot of times they're guarded because there's something very personal there. She probably doesn't want to say, well, to be honest, Lucy, I might fucking die, and yeah, I don't want that. Like, right? Like
Right.
she's like, there's something there. So how do we go around that? So those questions are very emotional. So we take a logical approach. That's what I did with him. Well, because I don't know you, I'm asking you these questions not for me to like get something from you, but for you to get clarity because I then need to see if your values align with ours. Like I need to know more about you, bro. Like otherwise, how am I supposed to know if there's alignment? And so for you it's like, okay, gotcha. So then yeah, no, I get that. And the reason why I'm asking these questions, Jennifer, is because I really want to learn a little bit more about kind of who you are and what you're about, because we're going to be working together for like 3 months or 6 months. So I just want to be sure like there's alignment. And so then you ask a logical question. So then for you, I guess like what's the rationale that's causing you to say, let's do something about this? Because I'm pretty sure from your perspective there might be something at stake. So what's the rationale that's causing you to say, I think I should do this? Or what's the thought process? So what's the thinking behind you wanting to lose the 20 pounds beyond the obvious,
Okay.
you know? So that is a little bit more advanced,
Yeah.
but it's essentially asking, so it's pre-framing the question because you sense you're pulling teeth. So you
Yeah.
pre-frame the question. And by the way, like the reason why I'm asking this, Jenny, is because like I really just want to understand where you're coming from. And I have a sense, but I don't like to make assumptions. So just to ask it in a different way, yeah, I guess like what's really at stake for you? What's the rationale that's causing you to say, you know what, this is important. I really want to get help with this for you personally, just so that I could get to know you.
Okay.
Now, if they don't really, the word there is comply, right? Because they're not complying with your questions. You can ask her like, and by the way, like I'm sensing that you're being a little bit more vague in your responses. Is something coming up for you? Like I feel like something changed in the conversation, and now you're giving me kind of surface level answers. I don't. Am I misreading that, Jennifer, or like?
And for her in particular, I actually think she was being as honest as she could. I think
Mm,
she just wasn't, I don't think she was really resisting me. She really trusts me. She likes me. She bought
mm,
the thing. But I think that she just really couldn't wrap her head around anything
mm,
really, like she just wasn't mentally there in
yeah,
understanding the problems that she was presenting me with. I
yeah.
think it
Well,
might
you
just
can.
not have been as big a deal to her as it should have been.
That's right. Yeah. So then you can just say that. It's like, and then we'll go to Vesna here. But so then just call it out. Just be like, okay, gotcha. And Jennifer, can I be honest with you? It's like, yeah. So a lot of the times in this part of the conversation, a lot of people tell me the consequences they can't play with their grandkids the way they want to, or they can't go to their favorite like movie theater and climb up because it's gonna be a whole thing, and they're not gonna be mobile. But I guess does any of that resonate with you, or am I just like out of place here? And
Okay, that
she
makes
might be
sense.
like, "Oh, well, yeah, of course." So sometimes, so that's called a hypothesis-based question. Hey, so a lot of the times people tell me this, 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 and this. And the hypothesis you're trying to confirm is that the same thing for you?
Yeah.
Because then you need to literally lead them and tell them. But Vesna, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Sorry, please tell me if I'm off the line, and I will not meddle inside. But for
Go
me,
for it.
I think if she said I'm disappointed, it can be really profound, because I'm disappointed because I failed again, because I didn't do the thing again, and now I will die because I wasn't good enough. For me, it's really
Mm.
profound, this disappointment. I don't know, so
Mhm.
maybe.
That's
Yep.
really good. And that's why it's important to, we don't have the recording, but to listen to how they respond to it and then dive in a little bit deeper if possible.
Hmm.
And just tell me more. Oh, really? Tell me more about that. And if she goes, well, yeah, I'd just be disappointed, very surface level,
Yeah.
then it's like, okay,
Yep.
I need to find another way. But if she's like, oh, yeah, like, for Vesna's point, it would mean that I'd be failing again and that would devastate me. Okay. No, because once you get that thing, they have their clarity, you have the clarity, and you can move into the next piece. So you also, there are certain times where they give you an answer and it suffices. You don't, but it's like, are they actually clear about what they want it, why, like all the things? Do they truly get it?
Right.
Because if they do, good, you can move into the next piece.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we have time for, let me do this. Let me open up the floor. Because I do want to spend a little bit more time on the bottom half of the structure there. So Hava or John, like Vesna, do you guys have any like pressing questions that we can maybe use in the next 3 minutes or so?
I guess, I mean, my most pressing right now I've sent out a whole slew of WhatsApp messages,
Mm,
and some of them were to warm leads or people who have said, I'm really interested in doing this work with you, and I haven't heard back from them. When can I reply
okay.
again? And what should I reply? Like I can't
I
send
love
the
it.
link again, right? I could say if you want to have a call, right? I could offer
Mm,
them a free one, like send them another link to set up a call with me.
I got you.
But some of them are also just women that I met in Portugal, like that host retreats as well, and be like, here, like if you know anyone, like it's just to also trying to reach out to my network to help
Mm,
spread the word. And I've
yeah.
also offered discount codes for all of them, so
Okay. So I'm gonna call on Lucy because this is an advice we gave around outbound and just really using a lot of the resources that we have that sometimes we don't use. But Lucy, just to get a sense of what would you advise Sahaba?
Well, what I just did, so it's different because I have such a smaller audience. So I had my 5 day challenge and then I sent kind of a mass text of like, you know, something related to the challenge, trying to get them to respond and start a conversation. It didn't strike up many people. So then we started going individually and making them personalized messages. I was looking up their school profile, I was looking up any past history of conversation and then like personalizing it. And then I got a lot of responses. I don't know if that's helpful.
That's really good.
yeah, exactly. So it's like they're all my messages have been personal, right? Because it's been what like I have a bunch of WhatsApp things, and the WhatsApp I'm gonna just continue flooding the WhatsApp with like here it is again, and I continue because you never know. There's like some groups
Yeah.
have like 5,000 people, so they might have seen it, they might have not. So you just every few days I just send in those. That's fine, but the more it's more the warm leads of like women who've been interested in my course,
Oh,
but scheduling or timing didn't work, or it's like now come to this retreat. Like this is a personal invite to you. But
Mm,
I sent that on Sunday night. So now, like Sunday. So now I'm like feeling into when can I message them again?
yeah.
And I guess the next thing I would say is like if you want to call to talk about it or to catch up, here's a link to
I
book a free
That's
I
call.
think it's finding a question that they'll answer in order to get that conversation going, even in DMs or SMS, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
so for me, it was some. I said, "Hey, name. Some of the ladies are continuing the no sugar challenge this week. How about you?" And it was easy enough for them to say yes or no, that was too crazy, or yes, I'm going to try. And then I had my in, so I was able to then say, "Are
Yeah.
you still working on losing weight or reducing inflammation?" And then if they answer that, then I can start pitching the next thing because now I have their attention. I don't know if that's helpful.
Yeah. They haven't worked with me yet, so I'm thinking like they haven't
Well,
opted.
these people haven't either. I just say that as an assumption. I'm assuming they're working on losing weight or reducing inflammation. So I'm just saying, are you still working
Yeah.
on it? Like,
Oh yeah,
mm,
so are you still working on connecting with your cycle?
yes, it's an assumption.
Yeah, are you still interested in getting to know
mhm. Yeah.
into like yeah, getting to know more about regulating your hormones or yeah, like like is this still top of mind for you like we spoke about
Yeah.
last time?
Yeah. So what I would recommend is twofold. Number one, and this is where a lot of people, because it's you have to step up as a leader, as a business owner to do the following. You call them. Like
Yeah.
you pick up the phone and you
Yeah.
say, "Hey, Jenny, how are you?" She's like, "Who's this?" Sahaba. Yeah, we're part of the WhatsApp group. Okay, I'm sorry. How can I help you? Yeah, listen, just 2 minutes. Are you still considering joining us in Portugal?
Yeah.
She'd be like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, "Hey, no worries. So we have an event in Portugal and it's gonna be amazing." And then you kind of sell it
Yeah, I
with a
need
little,
a script. I definitely need like a just a, I like I'm really comfortable picking up though. I could also do voice notes. It's more that
there we go. See? Yeah, now we're
I
starting.
don't want to do put yeah, I don't want to sound too pushy. Like I know that that would be like I just wanted to like personally invite you to Portugal. I really feel like it'd be wonderful for you to be there.
How
And
many
just
seats do you have?
10.
You only have 10 seats. Like you calling somebody to let them know of an event that you know how much that's gonna mean to them? That's me like,
Exactly. It's like
wow.
I mean, if I have like a wait list of like women who all want to be there, like the most I could potentially have is 20, but then I need to hire someone to help me. And it just, so 15 would be, I'd be happy with like 13 to 15. 20 changes the whole vibe. 10 is like is fine.
Yeah.
Is like enough. Like is
That's
10 is
super
like a really
intimate.
good
Yeah.
group because last year I had 5. So doubling that feels like a
Oh
good
yeah.
stretch point. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what, so then the intention really, it's you're not there to close them or sell them. You're there to invite them. You're there to share. You're there to connect.
Yeah. Be like, I sent you a message, but I just wanted to send you again because I only have 10 spots. Like, do I mention that I'm about to do like a lot more marketing and I just want to make sure that you feel invited first, or do I not even bring up
No,
marketing?
no. So, because now you're making it about you, right? I sent you a message. I have 10 spots.
Yeah.
It's more like, hey, I just really wanted to check in. Hey
Yeah.
Jennifer, how are you? Good. Who's this? Yeah, Sahaba. Yeah, yeah. So listen, I wanted to just connect and see where you're at with the idea of joining us in Portugal. Or, hey, yeah, I just wanted to connect and invite you to Portugal. I'm not sure if you saw some of the messages that we sent over. The main intention is connecting and seeing where they're at.
Yeah. I know. I'm like wondering, there's like a few women who I haven't spoken to them in a year.
That's even
So I think,
better. Literally, like, hey, we haven't talked in a year. I thought about just giving you a quick call. Like, that's even better.
yeah, I haven't thought about you in a, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm
It's
like
very
wondering how
uncomfortable.
I would
You see, yeah,
feel.
like we rationalize why should we send an email and a text and a voice note. You can do that, but what I'm saying and calling you up is as the leader of that retreat, you calling them, they're gonna feel much more connected
Yeah.
because it's like, wow, she's taking the time. Because you're actually taking the time, getting uncomfortable, and we know this. Like, if someone calls me, I know that, okay, wow, they're taking the time, and yeah, maybe it doesn't fit in into a 1 minute call, and I say, hey, I gotta go.
And
Which,
what
by
if
the
they
way,
don't
we
pick
do have to
up?
show.
Do I leave a message or I follow
No,
up with a voice note?
see,
People don't
yeah,
listen to voice
like
messages.
now
Like
we're
I don't know.
overthinking it. Like, what do I do? It's just it's very simple. You call them. If they don't pick up, you move on. You move
No
on.
message.
No message, no nothing. Because what's gonna happen? They're gonna see a notification, missed call, right? On WhatsApp. If someone calls you, you get a notification that says missed
Yeah.
call.
So that's
So then
enough. No message.
that's enough. Like they're most likely gonna be like, hey, sorry, I was busy. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's been a year. I mean, that's the thing. Sometimes I feel like, oh, but it sounds so fake. Like it sounds like there's an ulterior motive, but they
I
still
mean, do
got
you
the
want
phone
to
call.
connect with them? Like, do you want to actually?
But it's kind of like I was working in a school and this principal was by the books, trying to be the best principal. Like she'd write handwritten letters, all this. And like when I spoke to her, she always felt a bit like I need to be the best principal. But in doing so, I still got the handwritten letters and like she still was doing those things to make you feel cared for, even if it felt like it didn't really matter what the intention was. She was still doing steps that were good and felt
Hmm.
nice and made it feel like she was doing her job well. And that
Yes.
makes sense.
Yeah. So, sometimes it's our own stuff, our own internal like stuff that we just need to break through. But that's actually a great point. Let's talk about that tomorrow because I know we have a session tomorrow. Let's
Yeah.
connect and let's see kind of what's behind that. Because at the end of the day, yeah, um if your true intention is to serve and connect and obviously you're running a business and they know this,
Yeah.
it's okay, it's understood though, it's understood, and there's a way to
Yeah.
navigate that. Okay.
Hmm.
But the
Yeah.
good news is it leaves us with an open loop, which will close next week around this idea. And I said, and I'm gonna hold myself accountable, that I was gonna create a recording and a training, and I haven't. We were off in Legoland in San Diego, and we were kind of busy from Thursday on. But I'm gonna be doing that. I'll tag you guys there, and you guys can check it out. But let's go ahead and end with some takeaways. We'll do Vesna, Sahava, John. What are some things you guys are taking away from today?
Thank you again, Luis, for everything you do. It's really amazing. Today I got some clarity and just I think this fear is kind of stepping away that I just tackle the tech stuff because it was all the time. all the text now. Now, like all the chunk comes in because so I just dive into it and just do first step and then see where it
Let's
gets me.
go. Oh,
Thank you.
I love that. Yes, keeping it simple. Simplicity is powerful.
I feel like we all battle this feeling of being pushy, like
Yeah, I'm
Zahava
telling
battles. And we were talking about that, I think, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And yeah, I still feel that I still have that feeling inside of me, despite making quite a lot of calls as a real estate agent.
you. Mm,
And it is a challenge. I must admit that.
I got you. I'll share one final insight here, but Sahaba, yeah, what about you? What's maybe one of the insights?
Um, Really big thing is that I was trying to find where I was putting my follow-up email for the application, and I saw that I put it in the complete wrong place in Squarespace. So going
Mm,
into now edit to put in the link for them to do the free call. So having a good, I feel really confident about like
okay.
application, free call, all of that. That feels really good. And so happy that I am going back to edit that because now I saw that it was in
Mm,
the wrong place and no one would have
yeah,
been receiving it anyways.
there we
So
go.
so that was a double
A double
really good.
win. I
Thank
love
you.
it. Oh, no, thank you guys for showing up. So the final takeaway here is this idea that s- like for sales to work, how can I phrase this in a way that's kind of catchy? But it's pretty much for sales to work, we have to have a lot of self-worth. What does that mean? Like, think about the opposite. Think about an individual who has a product, service, thing, an event or something, and they're so excited about it and they're genuinely like in love with the thing and their self-worth is like through the roof. Their self-confidence, self-acceptance, whatever word. So therefore sales just becomes John, I need to share something with you, man. Right? Like Sahava, oh my God, how are you? It's been a while. I have something that I'd love to share if you have like 2 minutes. I'm gonna be like, yeah, like what is it? Right? But it takes work. For sales to work, we need to work on ourselves, our own self-confidence. But that's all of us. That's me, that's everybody. Tony Robbins, we all work on stuff. All right. Well, with that said, we'll see you next week. Let's keep going and yeah, let the team know and the crew know of any wins as we chug along. We'll see you guys soon.
Thank you,
Cheers.
brother.
Take care. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.